Why do some people stay poor their entire life, even when they work harder than everyone else? Think about this. A man works 10 hours a day for 30 years, but at the end of his life, he still struggles with money. Meanwhile, someone else works fewer hours, yet becomes rich. So what is the difference? Is it luck? Is it intelligence? Or is there a hidden system that keeps poor people poor? Today, we're going to break down the real reasons why poor people stay poor. Most people believe poverty is caused by laziness, but that idea is completely wrong. In fact, many poor people are the hardest working people in society. Construction workers, drivers, factory workers, delivery workers. They wake up early. They work long hours. They sacrifice their health, yet somehow they still struggle financially. So if hard work is not the answer, what is the real reason? The truth is simple but uncomfortable. Poor people often follow a financial system that keeps them poor, and they usually don't even realize it. Let's break this down step by step. Imagine two people, Rahul and Aman. Both are 22 years old. Both get their first job. Their salary is exactly the same, 30,000 rupees per month. But 10 years later, their lives look completely different. Rahul is still living paycheck to paycheck. He has loans, credit card debt, and no savings, but Aman has investments, savings, and financial freedom. How did this happen? They earned the same amount of money, but they made completely different financial decisions. And this is where most people make the biggest mistake, because income alone does not decide your financial future. Your money habits do. There are several hidden reasons why poor people stay poor. Let's go through them one by one. Poor people usually rely on only one source of income, their job. If they stop working, their income stops. This creates a dangerous cycle. More work equals more money. But there is a limit. A human only has 24 hours in a day. You cannot work 100 hours every day. Rich people understand this problem very early. Instead of trading time for money, they build systems that make money without their time. For example, investments, businesses, assets. This means money keeps coming even when they are sleeping. Here's a simple rule about money. Assets put money into your pocket. Liabilities take money out of your pocket. But most people never learn this difference. For example, a new phone, expensive clothes, luxury bikes, big TVs. These things may look impressive, but they do not make you money. They slowly drain your income. Rich people usually do the opposite. They buy things like stocks, rental property, businesses. These things generate income. Over time, that income grows, and eventually it becomes wealth. This is one of the biggest traps. Imagine your salary increases from 30,000 to 50,000. Most people immediately upgrade their lifestyle. Better phone, better car, better house, more expensive food. Suddenly, their expenses grow as fast as their income. So even though they earn more money, they are still broke. Rich people often avoid this trap. When their income increases, they increase their investments first. Lifestyle upgrades come later. Schools teach many subjects, math, science, history. But there's one thing they rarely teach. Money. Most people graduate without understanding saving, investing, debt is assets. So they learn about money through trial and error. Unfortunately, mistakes with money can cost years of progress. Rich families often teach their children about money very early. They talk about business. They talk about investments. This knowledge creates a huge advantage. Many poor people are afraid of losing money, so they avoid investing completely. They keep their savings in a bank account. But here's the problem. Inflation slowly reduces the value of money. For example, if inflation is 6% and your savings grow only 3% in the bank, you are actually losing money every year. Rich people understand this. They take calculated risks. They invest in businesses, stocks, and assets, and sometimes they lose money. But over time, their wins are much bigger than their losses. Let's look at a simple example. Two friends, Arjun and Vikram, both start working at age 25. Both save 5,000 rupees per month. But Arjun keeps his money in a bank account. His savings grow slowly. Vikram invests his money. Even if his investments grow at just 12% per year, the difference becomes huge. After 30 years, Arjun may have around 18-20 lakh rupees, but Vikram could have more than 1.7 crore. Same income, same savings, but completely different results. This is the power of investing, and most people discover this too late. So what is the real lesson here? Poor people do not stay poor because they are lazy. They stay poor because of financial habits. Small decisions repeated every day create big results over time. Spending instead of investing, working only for salary, ignoring financial education, upgrading lifestyle too quickly, these habits slowly trap people in a cycle. But the good news is anyone can break this cycle. It does not require a huge salary. It requires awareness and discipline. Start learning about money, start investing small amounts, focus on building assets, and think long term, because wealth is not built in 1 year. It is built over decades. At the end of the day, money is not just about how much you earn. It is about how you use what you earn. Two people can earn the same salary, but their financial future can be completely different because one spends everything and the other builds assets. And this is the biggest difference between the poor and the wealthy. One group works for money. The other makes money work for them. So the question is not, why are poor people poor? The real question is, what financial habits are keeping people poor? And once you understand these habits, you can start changing them, because the earlier you learn how money works, the easier it becomes to build wealth. If you want to understand money and build real wealth, subscribe to the channel, because on this channel, we break down the rules of money that school never teaches.